graphic novel of To Kill a Mockingbird, and we are starting on page 90. All right, so Scout says, "You can just take that back, boy." So she's at school, and you can tell she's upset about something. And the boy says, "Ain't taking back a true fact. Your daddy defends." And Scout punches him right in the face. And now you can see she's home again, looking upset still. And Atticus says, "Scout, you're far too old and big for such childish things. What got into you?" "Scout?" And Scout says, "Do you defend black folks, Atticus?" And he says, "Of course I do." "Don't say that word, Scout. That's common." And Scout says, "It's what everyone at school says." Atticus says, "From now on it'll be everybody less one." And Scout says, "If you don't want me to grow up talking that way, why do you send me to school?" Scout says, "Do all lawyers defend black people, Atticus?" And he says, "Of course they do, Scout." "Then why did Cecil say that you defended black people? He made it sound like you were running a still." "I'm simply defending a black person. His name is Tom Robinson. He lives in that little settlement beyond the town dump. He's a member of Calpurnia's church, and Cal knows his family well. Scout, you aren't old enough to understand some things yet, but there's been some high talk around town to the effect that I shouldn't do much about defending this man." Scout says, "If you shouldn't be defending him, then why are you doing it?" Atticus says, "For a number of reasons. The main one is, if I didn't, I couldn't hold up my head in town." Atticus says, "I couldn't represent this county in the legislature. I couldn't even tell you or Jem not to do something again." Scout says, "If you mean you didn't defend that man, Jem and me wouldn't have to mind you anymore?" Atticus says, "That's about right. You might hear some ugly talk about it at school, but no matter what anybody says to you, don't you let 'em get your goat. Try fighting with your head for a change. It's a good one, even if it does resist learning." And Scout says,